Hi, today I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up and clean up presidential soft serve machine. These procedures are applicable for both the floor standing model S520 and the countertop model S230. We recommend these procedures be followed on a daily basis to ensure proper operation and longevity of the machine. Okay, so we'll be talking about the cleanup process in a little bit, but we can assume for now the machine is already clean from the previous night. So the machine has to be plugged into the 220 volt outlet first. Once that's done, we can go ahead and switch on the machine. And once the machine is turned on, the mixture is ready to be poured into the hoppers. We recommend putting in a whole gallon or the whole bottle of mixture into each hopper to prevent the low mixture indicator from triggering. So we'll go ahead and pour them in. Okay, and once the mixture is placed in each hopper, the machine is ready to be turned on. So you can go ahead and press on the auto button. It'll actually take a while before the mixture in the hopper to flow into the cylinder. You can tell by looking into the hopper, it will stop bubbling once the cylinder has been filled up. So once the cylinder has been filled up, you can get the inner and outer air tube, align the hole to the biggest so the mixture can still flow into the cylinder, and you can go ahead and insert that into the hopper. Once the mixture from the hopper is fully filled in the cylinder, it typically takes about 8 to 10 minutes before you can start dispensing your soft serve. Okay, now we'll be talking about the cleanup process. At the end of each business days, there are a couple of things that you may choose to do. If there's a lot of mixture remaining in the hopper, you may choose to use it the next day by setting the machine on standby mode. In order to do so, you may switch up the machine from auto to off and going back to standby. This would keep the hopper cold without turning on the cylinder, so the mixture would remain fresh in the hopper. However, we don't recommend you do that over 2 days in a row because the mixture would eventually lose its component to keep the consistency creamy and nice. Okay, if you choose not to put the machine on standby mode and would like to clean it out, the first step is to turn the machine to off position for both hoppers. And then you would lift up the top cover, remove the air tube and the beater blade. These parts can be washed in the sink. You can initially pour in some water to wash up all the residues in the hopper, and mix some clean water with the mixture still remaining in the cylinder. Once you make sure the water fills up the cylinder, you can go ahead and turn the machine on to wash mode. You can run the wash mode for about a minute before you can start dispensing out all the residues. Once you dispense all the excess soft serve mixture from the cylinder, now you're ready to pour in more water. You get a bucket full of clean water and you can start pouring into the hopper. You can continue to let the wash mode run for about a minute. And after a minute, you can dispense out the water one more time. And you can repeat this process twice or 3 times until the water that comes out appears clean. Once you repeat the pouring and draining process several times and water starts coming out clean, you can turn off the machine now. And you can go ahead and remove the handlebar and the door by unscrewing 4 bolts holding the door in its place. Once you remove the lever door, you can go ahead and wash this in the sink. Okay, you can go ahead and remove the beater from each cylinder by pulling it out. Be careful not to let the wiper blade to fall off. Okay, once the beaters are removed, you can go ahead and use a clean towel to clean inside. I recommend using a sanitized towel to remove all the bacteria that may be present inside. Once the beaters have been cleaned and dried in the sink, you can go ahead and put them back into the cylinder. To do so, you can insert one end of the beater into the cylinder and attach the wiper blade on it with the blade end facing outward. And please be sure to do one at a time so the wiper blade doesn't fall up as you're inserting the beater. Okay, once the beater is in, wiggle it so it's completely inside the cylinder. And you repeat this for the other hopper as well. Once the beaters are in, you can set the triangular tip of the beater in such way that you can insert the lever door. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and secure it on it with 4 bolts. Make sure the bolts are screwed on secure and tight to make sure that the liquid doesn't leak out once you pour it into the hopper. Okay, it's pretty tight now. Okay, once that's done, you can go ahead and turn on the machine back on. And just to make sure that everything is completely flushed out of the system, you can get a bucket full of sanitized water and you can go ahead and pour them into each hopper. When you're using sanitized water, please make sure the level of sanitizer is diluted enough to be compliant with the local health regulation. You can go ahead and pour it in. Also do the other side. Okay, once that's in, you can go ahead and set the machine to wash mode. And you can go ahead and let the cycle complete, which takes about a minute or 2. Once the wash cycle is completed, you can go ahead and drain out all the excess water.